prepare your paper for Cornell Notes. Be ready to turn them in on Monday. This lesson is on the difference between fiction and nonfiction, as well as the genres that fall under each. I know that all of you have heard these terms. Some of you have them straight in your head, while others are still a bit confused about them. This lesson will hopefully clear up any confusion you have regarding fiction and nonfiction. When I think about fiction and nonfiction, I like to think of it like this. When I am walking on a path, I may come to a place on my walk where I have to make a choice. Either I must turn right or turn left. I have to choose a path. When you read a book or literature, you play sort of a game within your own head. The first thing your mind focuses on is whether you are on the fiction path or the nonfiction path. There are clues to determine which pathway you are on, which we will explore in a minute. Let's first talk about the difference between fiction and nonfiction. This confuses many people, even the pros. This is the way I remember it. Fiction starts with an F, and it is fake, which also starts with an F. Nonfiction has the prefix non in it. I know that non means not, so nonfiction is not fake. In other words, they are true stories. It's pretty important to get these straight in your head. But when you go to the library and pick out a book, how do you know if you've chosen a fictional book or a nonfictional book? Well, there are some clues to help with that. First of all, look at the title. Does it have a title like Guinness Book of World Records or Diary of a Wimpy Kid? I know that world records really happen, that it is not fake, or nonfiction. I know that Diary of a Wimpy Kid is fiction. But wait a minute, I do know some kids, maybe more than I care to admit, who are wimpy. So why is diary fiction? Looking at the title is just one way to determine fiction versus nonfiction. Another way to determine nonfiction from fiction is to look at the style of writing. I always ask myself, is this a narrative? In other words, does it tell a story, one with a beginning, middle, and ending? Is there dialogue? Look for the quotation marks. Can you start in the middle of the book and it makes sense? If you are reading fiction, you cannot start in the middle of the book. Careful though, narrative writing is used in both fiction and nonfiction books. Biographies and autobiographies also use this style of writing. Narrative writing is just one way to figure out fiction versus nonfiction. Let's look at another way to tell the difference between fiction and nonfiction. Fiction has some unique features. These include characters, real or imagined, a plot, themes, like love makes the world go round or love stinks, settings, which include time and place, conflict, and a resolution to that conflict, or how the problem is solved. Nonfiction is written around facts and is without a plot, conflict, or resolution. Nonfiction has text features including captions, tables, graphs, whether they be bar graphs, pie graphs, or line graphs. They have an index, and nonfiction also has a table of contents. This concludes the lesson on fiction versus nonfiction. Please continue on in your lesson looking at the video on genres. Bye-bye.